Okay, this is the little Athearn S12. Now, its gray motor is shorter in length than your typical gray, and it uses a single pin motor mount. And there's two mounts on there, and each one has one pin, but your typical Athearn locomotive will have 2 pins per mount for a total of 4. Now, I've already wired this with tiny little 1.8 millimeter LEDs because there's not a lot of room in this sucker. And I wanted, directional lighting in it. And jamming a light into this cab was a pain in the ass, but I did it. I have the ground wire, this being the backup light here. So the red wire actually goes to ground on the backup. So when you reverse the polarity, the backup light comes on. Now we got the red wire going to the positive contact. Now what happens in a lot of Athearns is these little L-shaped contacts can break loose inside the truck and start to move around. And these seem to be doing that. So that's one of the refinements, is to go in there and tighten those suckers up, because there's a metal plate on the other side that you can't see because the drive shaft's in the way. Whoops. But there's a plate on the other side, and if this moves enough, it'll touch it and just ground out, and you're dead. You're not going anywhere at that point. But, of course, the old gray motors are straight wound. They're just not as efficient as at low voltage as the later skew wound motors. So how much I can actually improve this without a motor swap, I don't know. I mean, you could disassemble the motor and rewind it with finer wire, which would improve things, but that's a lot of work. And honestly, I would rather probably spend 40 or 50 bucks repowering this thing than spend the time rewinding this motor. Because even if you rewind it, it's still a straight wound, and it'll never be as nice and as smooth and as flexible as a skew wound motor. So, yeah, this thing may get a repower. I really don't know yet. But I love the look of this little S12. I just think it's a tough-looking little locomotive. But I've never been super happy with the way it runs. So, rather than go out and buy another one, we'll see what we can do with this thing.